So earlier this week, as you all know, I made a video talking about how there was finally some good news in Studio Mappa. Finally seeing some things changing and shifting, and even if it was through word of mouth from the director of Chainsaw Man, it still was nice to see, it mentioned once again after weeks of silence of, no animators speaking out and no official employee from Studio Mappa talking about it. It was nice to see the director of Chainsaw Man just mention once again that conditions, the work environment is improving. And so earlier yesterday, there was some more information that came out from the director of Chainsaw Man, Nakayama Ryu, that actually told us more about the application process and kind of what could be expected for the future of new employees and people that actually join Studio Mappa. But before I begin, I just want to do a brief shout out to Mr. Urameshi that actually brought this entire subject to my attention yesterday, letting me know that Ryu Nakayama and, Mappa were actually working on, improvements in the environment. I just want to do a brief shout out because without this individual, I might not have found out very soon. So just once again, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. So there is quite a lot to read. I will have all the links in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. There is going to be a link to the translation that Hexagon Hill himself even actually posted. And I just want to say thank you so much, Hexagon, for just this brilliant translation. Obviously, I know it was a lot of work because, I was just looking at the whole overall draft and website. I know for a fact it probably took you some time to translate it, so just appreciate all that effort so much. So to get into it, let's talk about the first post from Ryu Nakayama, which is the director of Chainsaw Man. So once again, this is translated through Google Translate, so there could be some discrepancies, and if you do read Japanese, please clarify if there's any inaccuracies whatsoever. So anyways, about recruiting Nakayama, and then also details about Ryu Nakayama's ex-Mappa new animator Draining Joint project have been released. We will wait for the application for everybody. Now, this link right here basically takes you to a site kind of detailing like an application and kind of what's to be expected if you join Studio Mappa as a new employee, etc., and maybe what's in your future, your pay, etc. So it's a very transparent, overall contract, or just a very transparent post by Studio Mappa, and I really appreciate this post greatly, and that's why I want to give attention to it, because this is stuff you like to see. This is something that's really showing there is some change going on in the workplace for animators at Studio Mappa, and this might get the ball rolling for animators in other workplaces around in Japan. So let's go over what Hexagon Hill actually translated. Now, to kind of clarify, this is what's on the website that Hexagon translated, so I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. This is apparently what Studio Mappa and the director of Chainsaw Man stated. Originally, I personally intended to recruit freelance staff, but after discussing it with Mappa and to create an environment where applicants can relax and dig into their work, we decided to officially recruit employees. What we want to recruit this time is digital animators that want to work on the Nakayama Ryu production line for the long term. We'll call it the training category here. Currently, the title will be Chainsaw Man, but we will have you involved on other titles henceforth. So the target demographic is people that want to work with us regardless of the project. Those that want to work only on Chainsaw Man as Ginga will probably be better off working as freelance animators. Also, that is not for animators that live overseas. Those can work as freelance animators, so please send in your portfolio or reel. We will contact you as we see them. For the training category staff, we want to also scout those that have some basic skills on drawing and animation. Even if they don't have any experience working on TV anime, is what I meant in my original tweet. Furthermore, I myself am currently a freelance creator and not a Mappa employee, even though this person is a director of Chainsaw Man. After speaking with Mappa's producer, Sashimo, we just reached the conclusion that I would be doing the recruiting. We concluded that would be best for the applicants and team, so that those that are hired at this time can work with no living or money preoccupations. We decided to hire not as freelancers, but under the employee contract listed below. This is a big detail right here. Basically, instead of being hired as a freelancer, you're just directly hired as an employee of Mappa. That's huge. In regards to the training category, if you have a certain level of skill, experience is irrelevant, and once you are in the workplace, I and the rest of the main staff will be able to guide you. You will be able to see great work as much as you could want, so I believe it will be a great place to study. As it is a new team, there will be lots of chances. We ourselves will be investing money and time into the training, so though we understand over time some might leave, we desire to continue to work with those trainees for a long time. I wish for those that in the training category to in the future work as main staff. We want as your first aim in the first 2 to 3 years to become capable of producing by yourself layout and Ginga of the quality of the recent Chainsaw Man PV. This is no mean feat, I'm assuming mere feat. So obviously you will have to do a lot of studying on your own. Of course the level of work required of you will be high and you definitely will struggle. This is absolutely not a case us not teaching anything, expecting you to look over our shoulders or look out over your shoulder and learn by yourself, but we will also be working while dealing with you. So if you're not the type of person that is motivated to absorb by yourself, it might be too tough. So basically, if you're not someone that is motivated by yourself, you can't motivate yourself, this might not be for you, this job. But on the front, I can guarantee you lots of opportunities to brush with the freshest and most cutting-edge work. The main tool used will be Clip Studio Paint. As an extra, those that draw action use Animate and Blender sometimes. And relating to the workplace, we continue to have your seat in the studio, so you must also be able to commute to the studio in Ogi-Kubo. As our training frameworkers develop those in the other areas may be able to work remotely. But right now, we are prioritizing in studio. Obviously, we might switch to remote work in the case of emergency situations such as the state of the corona pandemic. In relation to the starting date, students about to graduate will start on 22nd of April. Those free right now may start working as soon as the contract is sorted. I've been asked, can I participate if I'm still a student next year? But as explained above, you will be working full-time, so contact us again after you graduate. I believe we will also be recruiting next year depending on circumstances, so please continue your training. Here's the positions that is opening up with this contract that they're working on. Position Doga/Ginga, number of positions a few, workplace Tokyo Suginami, work hours flexible time system, that's a big deal. Form of employment, after a 2 to 3 month experience period contract employee, from year 2 onward full employee is a possibility. Now, pay currently, what they're saying with this contract will be 230,000 yen. For those with experience, terms will be negotiable. Pay raise. Once a year on July, decided over interview. Bonus. Once a year on March, depending on company performance. Commute assistance provided every month up to 30,000 yen. So this is already a huge deal. Just that right there is a big deal, because I'm assuming, looking at current rates, that is a huge deal. That's a big pay jump right there for people wanting to actually join Studio Mappa. And the money is definitely, from what I can see here, unless there is any discrepancies I'm personally unaware of, this actual pay looks really good in line, and even getting paid to commute and all that, commute assistance, that's also a big deal. 30,000 yen commute assistance, that's a lot. So anyways, rest days / holidays, 2 rest days a week, yearly paid vacation days, time off on the end of the year, summer vacation, maternity leave, special leave for marriages and funerals. So that's also another thing. So this means that employees will definitely be able to have a break. They will be able to rest. They will be able to have some time for themselves without working themselves to death at their desk. This is very, very transparent, and this makes me incredibly happy to see that Mappa and the director of Chainsaw Man, Ryu, is actually working on this and really trying to make this the best they can for new animators. Employee benefits, the basic Japanese full social insurance. That is difficult to translate. Regular health checkups, commute assistance, family assistance. Portfolio, animation movies you made, original artwork of characters, including rough sketches, studies, and crochets, etc. And that's it. The contract part is hard to format for Twitter, but it is a pretty standard thing for employees. So to kind of give the basic outline of what this all is, if you are kind of still a little bit lost, this is a transparent contract basically saying we are looking for new employees, we're looking for animators, we're looking for people that are fresh out of school that want to actually be an animator, work on anime, work on big things, and not just, let's say, Chainsaw Man, but also work on, let's say, future projects in Studio Mappa. So this pay raise, or this payment that they're willing to dish out to people, isn't just associated with Chainsaw Man. They're basically saying, if you get this contract and you are, approved, you actually can get this pay and you will be a main employee of Studio Mappa. And it kind of implies that they want to do most of their work with in-house instead of having freelancers. I do think that this is good news. Overall, this seems to be a very nice quality of life change within Studio Mappa, and the director of Chainsaw Man is continuously making me incredibly happy to just see the transparency. That is something that we really need a lot more. and I love to see something like this. This is just incredible news, and I am really just rooting for the success right now of the director, and also even Mappa. I hope that these changes continue to happen, because this is definitely optimistic to see. Now, I guess I want to leave it at that, though. If there's any more information that does come out, I will definitely, you know, talk about it. If you want to see these links for yourself and read over, go over, like, the Japanese section of it and all that, I will link it all down below, and I'll link all the related articles to everything that's happened so far if you want to get caught up on this story. But with that, guys, be safe, stay healthy. If you enjoy my content, you know, please subscribe. If you like this video, please leave a like. And with that, Chibi out.